The gospel today reminds us about the difference of hearing and listening. And upon differentiating the two, what's in it for us, especially in this Advent season. Let me share to you a story about in the 7 habits of highly effective teens, talking about habit 5, and there is a story there that let's say you go into a shoe store to buy a new pair of shoes. The sales clerk asks, "What kind of shoes are you looking for?" Then, "Well, I'm looking for something that I think I know what you'd like," he interrupts. And everyone is wearing this, trust me. And suddenly the shoe keeper rushed and looked for the shoes and, "Here, just take a look at these babies," he says. "But I really don't like them," says the man. "And everyone likes them. They're the hottest things going right now. But I'm looking for something different. And I promise you, you'll love them. But listen, I've been selling these shoes for 10 years and I know a good shoe when I see it." After this experience, do you think you'll be able to buy in that shop? But eventually, I guess we won't anymore since, wow, such interruption. But it's really normal nowadays. It's sad to hear nowadays that few people have the intent to listen to us, especially with what's happening around us. A lot of noise in social media, bashing in our respective workplaces, and even inside the school or wherever we are. We hear a lot of noise, and it seems that we are not being heard anymore, or no one is there to listen to us. But in the gospel today, taken from Matthew 11 verses 11 to 15, wherein Jesus made mention in verse 15, "Whoever has ears ought to hear." But in other versions says there, "Anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand." But I'd like to highlight here about the difference of hearing and listening. Mainly when you say hearing, it's using really our faculties. I mean, our ears, the capacity, the ability of our ears to hear things, to hear sound. But when we say listen, it's so much more about our ability, but it's actually a skill that we can possess, that can even be discovered and be harnessed. But the sad thing is that not everyone is being gifted of having a listening heart. And we know that we have 2 ears and we have 1 mouth. It's a simple manifestation or an example that we are here to listen more than to say things. And in the gospel, or what Jesus promises, is that He keeps on saying a lot of things upon us, especially in the first reading today taken from Isaiah. It says that, "I am the Lord your God who grabs your right hand. It is I who say to you, fear not, I will help you." But if we just have that hearing, oftentimes we just hear this, even the other messages of the Lord to us, is that we just pass it in this side, and eventually after some time, and it will just gone. But if we really listen to each word, to every detail, to each word and every detail that the Lord will tell us, then we would be able to understand, wow, this is what you really mean, O Lord. The first reading, "Fear not, I will help you." Then by the time that we will be challenged, is that, no, I know that the Lord, I will not be fearful because I know that my God will help me. We can say that because we're able to listen really intently and have that. We're not just using our ears, but listening uses the mind, and all the more it uses the heart. If you're going to cut our ears, if you're going to put them together, you know the shape. The shape is like a heart. And in that sense, if we want to really listen to others, even other messages, let's use our ears, not just about hearing, but about listening. Especially listening to a friend who longs for your assistance, who wants to be there, or your friend or your family or a colleague in your work. We are here to listen. And in the Gospels and the readings today and this week, talking about the paralyzed man who've been helped by others, and the lost sheep, and being there for everyone, for those who needs us. And upon being there, we are reminded that we are there to listen. We are not there to give advice, to interrupt, to give find ourselves so good things to know and show that we know a lot of things. But being there having that empathetic heart to listen, having that empathy, or empathy, what we call in the 7 habits is that empathetic listening, wherein we listen not just by our ear, but we listen with our mind and our heart. And so, dear friends, may we find time, especially in this Advent season. The Lord's messages upon His coming is that He wants us to be prepared for it. Then if we don't listen intently, receptively in His messages, then we might even miss it. So, dear friends, to end, always remember that you are blessed, and such blessings are not meant for it to be kept, but for you to share to others. May continue to be blessed. By the way, I included some of the links that, some of the things I mentioned in this video. You can check the link down there. And you can even check the 7 habits of highly effective teens and even 7 habits of highly effective people. This is about habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. And especially for us working people, it's very necessary for us to be there to listen even to our employers. Or if we are the employer, then we are there to listen to our employees. And so, if you want to subscribe, you can just check the link down there also and have notification day by day as I make videos. And also, if you have some questions, please feel free to ask. Post your questions down there and let's talk about it. And I don't know, it might even help us to enrich our understanding